Not all shortcuts are cheating. Some just make sense. And this is one of them. We all love them. They somehow taste so much better than any chicken I can make myself, and they just make life so much easier. Today, we're gonna be making 3 delicious recipes using our star, rotisserie chicken. Way 1 is baked chicken enchilada skillet. Way 2 is buffalo chicken baked tacos. And way 3 are crunchy peanut chicken lettuce wraps. Each of these recipes is unique and so delicious. They pack in the protein, they use fresh produce, and the only thing that they have in common is that they each use 1 rotisserie chicken. I personally love a rotisserie chicken. I think it's a huge energy and time saver. You can get a pretty good deal on it at different stores. Some have discounts throughout the week, and it just makes everything so simple. 1 rotisserie chicken usually gets me 4 servings comfortably. It gives me about 3 cups of shredded chicken, and that's what we're gonna use today. So on days you wanna save a little bit of time and energy, pick up a rotisserie chicken at the store and pick out one of these mouth-watering meals. Okay, let's get cooking. The first way we're transforming our rotisserie chicken into a complete meal is this baked chicken enchilada skillet. It includes hidden veggies, lots of protein, and varying textures for a cozy, easy to throw together dinner. In addition to your rotisserie chicken, here's what we'll need. Olive oil, yellow onion, red bell pepper, frozen cauliflower rice, chili powder, cumin, salt, corn tortillas, black beans, red enchilada sauce, cheddar cheese, cilantro, avocado. Okay, let's get cooking. First things first, you guys know this by now, we start with veggie prep. For this recipe, we're going to use half of a large yellow onion, which gets thinly sliced so it cooks quickly in the skillet, and a red bell pepper, which also gets thinly sliced. The pepper and onion combo is a classic and gives the enchilada skillet a really flavorful base. I like to cut the top off the bell pepper, then thinly slice around the interior so it's super efficient. Next is roughly chopping cilantro leaves, which we'll use to garnish, and then slicing 8 to 10 corn tortillas into 1/2 inch by 3 inch strips. I use a pizza cutter to make it easy, but you could also use a chef's knife or even scissors to do this. By using the tortilla strips, we skip the time-consuming part of stuffing and rolling tortillas, but still get flavors similar to a traditional enchilada dish. With our veggie prep done, it's time to get into sauteing. First, heat a tablespoon of olive oil in a large deep skillet over medium heat and add the sliced peppers and onion. We're gonna cook those until they're nice and soft, about 10 minutes, stirring often, and meanwhile, we're also gonna preheat the oven to 425 degrees. Next, we mix in 1.5 cups of frozen cauliflower rice, which adds even more veggies that you really won't even notice, followed by a spice mix of cumin, chili powder, and salt. We're mixing that to coat everything in the spices and then incorporating the bulkier ingredients, which are the shredded rotisserie chicken, 3 cups total, tortilla strips, 15 ounces of black beans, and 15 ounces of red enchilada sauce. I personally love the Skillet Foods red enchilada sauce. It's so good, but use whatever you like. Depending on the size of your skillet, it might get a little bit tight in here. Everything was fitting very closely in my skillet, so mix carefully until the enchilada sauce coats everything and all ingredients are evenly distributed. This is important for even cooking. Finally, we're sprinkling about a cup of shredded cheddar cheese on top and transferring the skillet to the preheated oven to melt it. And if you want to use dairy-free cheese instead, you can definitely do that, and this becomes not only a gluten-free recipe, but also a dairy-free recipe. By the way, I also included vegetarian swaps for each of the recipes in this video, so definitely follow the Substack post linked in the description for all of that info, plus even more tips. Okay, that was pretty easy, wouldn't you say? Eating this recipe on a weeknight is just perfection. It's quick, it's so cozy and delicious, and it's even freezer friendly or meal prep friendly. Give it a topping of avocado and cilantro, and it just doesn't get better. You need to try this one. Definitely one of my new favorites. Now on to way number 2. These buffalo chicken baked tacos aren't just the ultimate crowd-pleasing dinner. They also include hidden protein that you probably won't even notice, and they can be customized to be as spicy or as mild as you prefer. Tacos on a sheet pan, truly the best way. Obviously, we're using rotisserie chicken. Here's everything else you'll need. Buffalo sauce, red bell pepper, corn tortillas, cannellini beans, cheddar cheese, avocado, green onion, cilantro, lime. Let's turn these simple ingredients into tonight's dinner. Veggie prep for this recipe is limited, which we always love. First, some thinly sliced green onions and chopped cilantro, which we'll use at the end for garnishing. A red bell pepper, which we'll thinly slice, just like in the enchilada skillet. I'm also going to use some mashed avocado at the end for topping, but I like to do that right before serving just to keep things fresh. And a quartered lime for the very end. Okay, that's it. I told you, so quick. The taco filling mainly consists of our buffalo chicken, and that comes together by mixing 3 cups of, you guessed it, rotisserie chicken with 1/2 cup of buffalo hot sauce. Feel free to adjust that amount to your liking, a little more for spicier, a little less for milder. You can also grab different buffalo sauce brands with different spice levels, but I really do love this Primal Kitchen buffalo sauce for these. It's always my go-to buffalo sauce. Now it's time to assemble the tacos. First, while we're assembling, the oven should be preheating to 425 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, it's super important to heat the tortillas before forming them into the tacos because if they're not warm enough, they'll crack when they're folded and they won't stay folded either. I typically just wrap my stack of tortillas in a damp paper towel, place them on a plate, and then microwave for about a minute to warm them. This makes them really pliable, works every time. Next up, we're evenly dividing a 15-ounce can of cannellini beans between the tortillas and then mashing the beans right into them using a fork and covering 1/2 of the tortilla with the mashed beans. This is that hidden protein I talked about. After that, the buffalo chicken goes right on top, so we're evenly dividing the chicken between each and then the sliced red bell peppers on top of that. To help make the tacos stay shut when they begin cooking, shredded cheddar cheese goes on top of each one. And again, you can swap for dairy-free if you prefer that, but I wouldn't recommend omitting it completely. It just helps them stick together. I actually love how this recipe and the enchilada skillet has a lot of overlapping ingredients. It makes it really easy to shop for, and you could cook both in the same week. Just pick up 2 rotisserie chickens. Okay, now it's time for folding, and I have some tips for you. Aside from properly heating the tortillas to make the folding easier, you can also use a weighted object like this cast iron press I'm using here to hold down the tacos as you fold. I find that even 10 or 15 seconds of pressing with a heavy object makes them stay closed, just like you're seeing here. Another option that works well is to put a second clean sheet pan on top of all the folded tacos as they bake. This is an especially helpful option if you're struggling with opening tacos and you just want to avoid the annoyance. Depending on the brand of tortilla you use and how long you heated them, there can be variations and you just want to make it easy. If some end up opening up while cooking, don't stress about it. We're going to flip each one halfway through cooking, so you'll have a chance to fix it and ensure crispy outsides. Once the tacos are lightly browned and the cheese is nice and melty, about 15 minutes in the oven, you know they're done. I like to give a salt sprinkle over each one after they come out too. Give them a minute to cool, serve them up with all the toppings, mashed avocado, chopped cilantro, sliced green onion, and a squeeze of lime juice. These tacos make weeknights so fun and pack in the protein, but they're also perfect for hosting, especially during football season, so be sure to save this one. You can even switch it up and use barbecue sauce instead of buffalo. They're just so tasty. I love this recipe. Let's move on to the next one. The third way we're transforming our rotisserie chicken is into crunchy peanut chicken lettuce wraps, a no-bake, incredibly easy recipe for those days you just need something quick without sacrificing flavor. Aside from your rotisserie chicken, here's what you're gonna need. Creamy peanut butter, coconut aminos, rice vinegar, sriracha, ginger, toasted sesame oil, shredded carrots, green onions, lettuce leaves, cilantro, peanuts. The components are so simple. Let's make them together. This recipe has even less veggie prep than the last, just a quick chop of cilantro leaves and about 6 green onions. After that, we're on to the peanut sauce. This peanut sauce is one of my everything sauces, salty, savory, creamy, and easy to put on anything and everything. It includes peanut butter, coconut aminos, rice vinegar, sriracha, sesame oil, ginger, and a bit of warm water. We're gonna whisk it until it's nice and creamy, just like this, and with that, we can make the rest of the mix. The 3 cups of shredded chicken is first, followed by 1.5 cups of shredded carrots, and then the 6 sliced green onions. Mix really well to coat everything in that peanut sauce. You want the sauce to touch everything. Okay, that's basically the whole recipe, you guys. All that's left is assembly. And for the lettuce wraps, I like to use butter lettuce leaves and then double up on them to prevent breaking. But other lettuce like romaine, Boston, Bibb lettuce, that all works too. You can even use tortillas if you prefer that instead. Top each wrap with cilantro and a sprinkle of peanuts, and a no-bake dinner is ready to serve thanks to rotisserie chicken. I love this recipe for dinner, but I also love it for a meal prep. Prepare your peanut chicken mixture, store it separately from the lettuce, and then assemble quickly at lunchtime. Perfect for back-to-school season. With that, we have our 3 rotisserie chicken recipes: baked chicken enchilada skillet, buffalo chicken baked tacos, and crunchy peanut lettuce wraps. 3 unique recipes that all make getting dinner on the table efficient thanks to a simple rotisserie chicken. I hope you try 1, 2, or all 3 of these recipes. As always, all detailed recipes with important notes are included in the description of this video via my Substack post called Rotisserie Chicken 3 Ways. I can't wait for you to try them and hear your thoughts on each one. Don't forget to like this video, hit subscribe, and pre-order my cookbook for even more easy, delicious, budget-friendly recipes just like these ones. Quick note, you guys, we currently have a promo on the paid tier of my newsletter on Substack where you can submit a teacher you know to receive 3 months free and enter them in a fun little back-to-school giveaway. The form to enter a teacher is included in the Substack post for these recipes in the description of the video, and thanks to all the teachers out there. You are amazing. All right, I'll see you guys next time. For the Halloween episode, big stretch. Those have never been one thing. My first ever cookbook is finally here. Don't think about dinner. Save time and money with 125 plus easy, nourishing, delicious recipes for every meal.